Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahushai. Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahushai. Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahushai. All praises to Yahweh, but Shem Yahushai. Double honors to the elders of GMS. The elders that rule well, we know they are the elders and the fathers of Israel right now, the spiritual leaders of Israel right now, through the spirit of Yahweh, Shem Yahushai, right? So Elder Taha posted up on his site, he gave a challenge to Israel to do a breakdown on Revelation 3 and 10, right? So this is our response, right? So we'll get into the scriptures one time, Revelation 3 and 10.
Revelation 3, right?
Yeah, 3 this 10.
Oh, Revelation 3, verse 10. Okay.
3 is.
Alright, so behold, thou hast kept the word of my patience. I'll also keep thee from the hour of temptation.
Alright, it says, behold, thou hast kept the word of my patience, and I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, right? So the word patience, right? I broke that down in the blue letter. The word patience means hopomeno, right? In the Greek, right? There's G5278, right? It means to remain, to tarry, right? To tarry behind, to abide, to recede, or to flee, right? Or not to flee, right? So it means to stand firm. Right, so we're supposed to be in this thing, and we're supposed to be standing firm. We're not supposed to be taking breaks. We're supposed to be be at rest, to be at ease.
That was being a 14-year hiatus.
Can't.
We're not supposed to be. We're not supposed to be like. I'm not gonna preach in the winter. I'm not gonna preach in the summer. We got part-time Israelites. We're supposed to be full-time Israelites. We have to be able to shoot full-time, 24 hours 7. But yeah, a lot of you are just true. You're only an Israelite when you put that garment on. And when you take that garment off, you're a true little nigga.
That's
it must
right.
be in this. It must be in this every second. All right.
Supposed to be living this. This is supposed to be I always mention that when Jacob said, Madam Jacob said, sorry, GMS Dallas. They said, you know, the laws, statutes, and commandments are behavior. They are the characteristics of Israel, right? It's supposed to be innate in us. It's supposed to be natural, right? It's not supposed to be something that you put on and you take off like a coat. You know, we are Israel. You know we are Israel. We serve Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. We call on His name. We have to keep His laws, statutes, and commandments, and to search the scriptures daily, to be striving for that mastery, to be apt to teach. That's who we are. That's the character that we should maintain.
You know, I look at the word act. Act means always able, always willing to teach. Okay? And that also means not taking no breaks.
That's right.
You must be taking no breaks. You must live, you must eat, you must drink this truth. You must breathe this truth. You should breathe through our nostrils. Alright? Every hour, every second, we're talking about the scriptures. Everything we're talking about is affiliated with the scripture. It goes back to the scriptures. Alright? So go ahead, bro.
Right? So the next one I wanted to break down was our, right? Because it says, because thou hast kept thy word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, right? So the word hour, it went to a Greek word called hora, which is G5610. Right? G5610. A certain or definite time or season fixed by natural law. A returning, another example is a returning with the revolving year. Any definite time, point of time in moment, right? A point of time in moment or revolving time. Hour is not the hour in the scripture right there does
Beautiful.
not mean 60 minutes. It means a point of time, a season, right? So I had some precepts to bring that out. Now you can bring that Mark 6 and 35, please.
Mark 6 and 35.
This is Mark 6 and 35.
Yeah, I'm reading Mark 6, 35. It says, when the day was now far, he spent his days, his disciples came to him and said, this is a desert place, and now the time is far past.
No, the time is far past. Now the word time there is the same number, G5610, right? The time, the allotted time, right? It's not necessarily an hour, right? we can always go back to Genesis when the Most High created the earth in 7 days. We know in Peter it says the earth was created, a day unto the Lord. Sorry, a day unto man is 1,000 years unto the Lord. Right?
That also goes to Genesis. I think to back that up with years and days, I think that goes to Genesis. Yeah, Genesis 29, right? Verse Genesis 29 verse 27. So basically, Jacob went to Rachel, right? And he had to leave until he had to work really hard for Rachel.
That's right.
So after this end of the 7 years, Jacob got tricked by Laban. And Laban said, serve me another years. So we're going to see what it says. Genesis 29, 27.
Right.
Fulfill her week. Fulfill her week.
A week.
And we will give thee also for the service, which thou shalt serve me with yet 7 other years.
That's right. So a week wasn't 7 days. It was 7 years.
Yeah.
Right? So it's important to know the breakdown of scriptures and the breakdown of words, the etymologies of words. Right? So these groups, these Israelite groups out there that don't do that, Nate, for example, y'all going off. Right? Y'all don't have the true understanding. Y'all are shallow, y'all skin deep. You know? Yeah. You have no depth, no understanding of the deep dark sayings, of the mysteries of the scriptures. You're just a pretty church coon. Long and short. Right?
Well, you want your church coon with the garden. That's it. Because you're just like the churches. You only stand on the surface.
That's right.
You're supposed to be in depth with these churches. You're not supposed to just stay on the surface. The churches are on the surface. They go by how it describes how it describes the Garden of Eden as Jerusalem as a Garden of Eden as an apple. But was it really an apple? That's how he described it. But y'all stay on the surface.
That's right.
All right. We just go beneath the surface. All right.
Like you're jumping off the diving board onto the pavement, not into the deep pool, but onto the pavement. You're right there. Yeah. All right. The next scripture is John 2 and 4. St. John 2 and 4. Right? St. John 2 and 4.
Yahushua said to her, woman, what have I to do with thee? Mine hour is not yet come.
Mine hour is not yet come. The hour there is G5:6:10. Right? His hour, his allotted time, his season is not here yet, has arrived. Okay? In due time, as earlier on in the scripture in Revelation 3, and he said, you all have kept thy patience. Thy patience. So here, let me just get that real quick. Because of thy patience.
How can it be 1 hour? You know? How can it be 1 actual hour?
60 minutes. Right? Revelation 3 and 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience. And we went through that. Patience means a definite time. A point of time. An allotted time. A time returning or revolving with the year. We also know that the scripture says things that happen aforetime. It happened for our learning. And there's nothing new underneath the sun. So times that comes, things that happen before will come back again. So y'all niggas was rebellious back then, y'all rebellious again. Y'all niggas bucked up, sold out. You know, y'all niggas crucified Yahushua. And guess what? Your spirits are back here again. Being rebellious, being warlocks and witches, being reprobates, and then being 2/3 on the whole. You know? So y'all are here again. But guess what? The Spirit of the Lord is also here too. And it's working through GMS, the elders of GMS, and other camps that take the knowledge from what is taught from the elders of GMS. Right? And the elders of GMS has taught us to break down words, the words of this book, to the etymology. Matter of fact, all the words that we use, we break it down, go to the etymology, the root word. English is a bastard language. We are communicating in English. It's not pure. Okay?
I don't know if you have this precept on your lineup. You have Matthew 10:19?
Yeah, I have it. Yeah, go ahead. That was the next script. That's the script.
Matthew 10:19. But when they deliver you up, take no thought on what ye shall speak. It should be given you in that same hour what ye shall speak.
That's right. In that same hour. In that same time. That same allotted time that you speak in. Not literally 1 hour, 60 minutes. You understand? That allotted time. That's one Matthew 14, 15. I will get that.
Matthew 14, 15.
Matthew 14, verse 15.
It says, and when it was evening, his disciples came to him, saying, This is a desert place, and the time is now past. Send the multitude away, that they may go into the villages and buy themselves victuals.
Right? The time is now past. The hour has passed. The season has passed. Okay? So those were some scriptures that was bringing out a season, a time, an hour. What the hour really meant, or what the hour really means, sir. Because that hour, that season is upon us, or going to be upon us in a severe way in due time. As I'll bring out later on in the video, right? So, as we go along, back to Revelation 3 and 10. Because thou hast kept my word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation. So the next key word in the scripture is the hour, is temptation, right? What is temptation? Right? The word temptation in the scripture goes back to the Greek G3986. Yeah, that precept?
Yes.
We'll get this precept.
2 Ezra 16, verse 73. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as a gold in the fire. So, another word for temptation is being tried.
Being tried.
A lot of y'all being tried, and y'all don't know that you're being tried. You have to know when you're being tried, but how you should now shine. So, a lot of y'all gonna pass that. A lot of y'all gonna fail that test. There's gonna be a lot. There's gonna be some that's gonna pass that test because it's as many are called and few are chosen. And we're hoping we pass that test.
That's right.
Because Yahweh is not tempting us. Another word for tempt is being tried. He's testing your faith.
That's right.
Okay?
And it's the righteous scarcely be saved.
And the fire is affliction. We're being tried in that affliction.
God.
Okay?
And how would you know if you're being tried? Only if you're kept in the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. If you're not in the spirit, you'll fall into that temptation. But this temptation in this scripture, Revelation 3 and 10, is a special temptation. And to what Yahweh Hashem Yahushua and to what Elata have for bringing out this challenge, because it will open up my eyes and the brother's eyes, and I hope that it will open up Yasharala's eyes to the truth. Right? Nate, this ain't no conspiracy. This is fact. This is a phenomenon. And we're going to prove it. Right? Temptation goes to G3986. The word there is parasamos or sumos. Parasomos. It means trial. It means proven. It means the trial made of you by my Salakia. The trial made of you by my bodily condition. Right? This is one of the examples. The trial of a man's fidelity or integrity or virtue or consistency. Right? So a trial of consistency, a test of consistency. So we go on the highways and byways week in and week out, and we profess to the world and to Yasharala that, yo, we are the children of Israel, we serve Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahushai, and we preach and we teach. But are we true? Are we consistent to what we are saying? Do we really believe in these words? Do we stand by it? Right? So we are going to be put on trial. Right? And guess what? The root word of that is parazo. It means to attempt, to endeavor to make a trial or a test. Right? Mm-hmm. For the purpose of a certain quality or what he thinks or how he will behave himself. Right? So it's a test to see how you would behave yourself. So you're out there professing, we will see who are the hypocrites and who are genuine. We will see who are the true sincere brothers. Right? Because it will be a test to see who will behave himself in the manner in which he speaks that he would. Alright? The Most High is not, he will be observant. Right? he say the scripture I think the scripture says he tests no man,
Yeah, you can't.
right? But he will be observing when you will be tested, right?
And a lot of not to interrupt, not to cut you off, Slovakia, and also too, right? You're saying words, but are y'all really sure of yourselves?
Nah.
A lot of y'all not sure of yourselves. So are you really sure that you have faith? When you go through affliction? When the white man knocks on your door and say, hey, come take this chip. Your kids need to be vaccinated. How are you gonna react? Are you know that you're gonna be tested? How are you gonna react to that test that Yahweh was testing you with? Are you gonna pass that test? Are you gonna say, I'm being tried by the Most High? And once I'm trying me to see how I'm gonna react, or are you gonna just give up? A lot of you are gonna give up, you're gonna crack. When there's a lot of pressure on you, you're gonna crack under pressure. And you're not supposed to crack under pressure right now. You're just saying that because you're not under pressure. But when pressure comes, you're gonna crack. I want you to crack.
So like we have a saying in Trinidad, pressure that's bust pipe. Right? Pressure that's bust pipe. Right? So we're gonna see who pipe gonna bust. We're gonna see who brains gonna explode. You understand? We're gonna see whose faith gonna give in. Whose faith gonna how to say it, landslide. You understand? But that root word of that word for temptation, which was parazo, it went to a word called para. Right? The foundation of that word was para, which is G3984 likewise, right? And that word para had a deeper root. A deeper root. When you go into the blue letter and you look at the root word or the etymology of the root word, you will see a word, a number called G4008. G4008. Right? That's the base. Right? And the base for para, it means through the idea of piercing. To pierce.
Wow.
To pierce. So guess what, Nate? The hour of temptation that we're waiting for, that we're tarrying for, through patience, is the hour that we would be pierced. Sorry, Salakia, that the piercing or the RFID chip will be implemented on a worldwide scale to test Israel, to see all those who are genuine and sincere in the spirit of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. Nate, you're a fool. And any of your Israelite camps that do not believe that the RFID chip is the mark of the beast, you are fools and hypocrites and are wasting time. We give all praises to Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, because I have a little piece of news for you. If that's not enough, I have a little piece of news for you. So like here, this is an article I brought out in the last video that brother and I did, right? I didn't really bring out the article, but I brought out the topic, right? The topic was that the EU, they released a satellite into space, right? And the first satellite, the satellite's name was the Sentinel satellite, right? The Sentinel satellite. Now, guess what? I followed up. This satellite was launched on April 3rd, 2014. Right? It was the EU's first Sentinel, first of many to come satellites. Right? So, guess what? This is the breakdown of the satellite. Each satellite, I'm gonna give you a report off of the BBC News. Right? So brothers, if you're interested in finding out about the Sentinel satellite, you can go on the BBC News. As a matter of fact, I looked into the etymology of the word sentinel, and it meant the watchers or to watch. So if you remember, there was a cartoon called X-Men. They had the Sentinels, right? There were some tall robots that had some eyes that used to blast lasers, but they used to watch and think. If you remember, also Transformers and the Matrix.
Oh yeah, they
The Matrix had these kind of octopus-looking robots called the Sentinels that used to be watching for the ships with Neo and Nate, right? They used to be watching and coming out and getting them, right?
The main one's X-Men, because X-Men, the reason why I call them Sentinels is They're supposed to be the protectors of humankind because they want the betterment of humankind. So they made these robots basically.
Right. So the Sentinel satellite, right? The European Union. This is off of BBC News. The European Union's new Sentinel-1A radar satellite has returned its first images from Earth. Launched on April the 3rd, the spacecraft is part of a fleet of orbiting sensors that will go up over the next few years to monitor the state of the planet. To monitor the state of the planet, right? This is what I had some scriptures to bring out, and then I will expound.
Yeah, this is Genesis 22 verse 1. And it came to pass after these things, the Most High did tempt Abraham. He tempted Abraham. Does it mean he enticed him? Like what the evil one does? No. It means tempt is from Hebrew asap, which means to tempt, to try, to test.
Done.
The Most High going to test you. The Most High going to test a lot of you niggas. And we know a lot of y'all that failed that test. A lot of y'all bucked up against GMS. That got reproved and rebuked. Y'all didn't know that the Most High was testing you through the elders, through the spirit of the elders. Y'all didn't know y'all was getting tested. Y'all bucked up against the elders.
That's right.
Y'all boasting to the elders. How long you been in the truth? A lot of y'all failed that test. A lot of y'all failed that test, but y'all think y'all didn't get tested. That was a test right there. That was a big test. And that big test is gonna mess you up. That test that you failed is gonna mess you up. It's gonna mess you up. Abraham is the most that they took Abraham and said to Abraham, and he said, "Behold, here I am." So basically, we keep reading the story. The Lord tempted Abraham to say, "Hey, go kill your son." To see how he was gonna react.
Let me just get this in real quick, Salakia. Right, the EU is developing a new family of missions called the Sentinels, specifically for operational needs of the Polonius program. Each Sentinel mission is based on a constellation of 2 satellites to fulfill or revisit and coverage requirements, providing a robust database of Copernicus services. The missions carry a range of technologies such as radar, multispectral imaging, instruments for an ocean and atmospheric monitoring. Sentinel-1 is a polar orbiting all-weather day and night radar imaging mission for land-ocean services. The first Sentinel satellite was launched on Soyuz rocket from Europe Space in French Guiana on April 3rd, 2014. Sentinel-2 is a polar orbiting multispectral high-resolution imaging mission for land monitoring to provide for example imagery of vegetation, soil, water coverage, inland waterways and coastal areas. Sentinel-2 will also deliver information for emergency services. Sentinel-3 is a multi-instrument mission to measure sea surface, topography, sea and land surface, temperature, ocean color, land color, and high-end accuracy and reliability. The mission will support ocean forecasting systems as well as environmental and climate monitoring. Mind you, if you can check the temperature of sea and land, you can know where a human body is. Anywhere in the earth, you will know where the human body is, because you will see our heat being generated. Mind you, right? 4 is a payload devoted to atmospheric monitoring that will be embarked upon Meteosat 3rd generation sounder satellite in geostationary orbit. 5, there's up to 6, right? So we're running out of time, but they are watching us. They have started to put things in place to register and to monitor the RFID chip wherever it is on the planet, be it on Earth or. With that, we would like to say shalom to Wada, to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and to the elders for bringing out this lesson, this challenge.